The city sleeps under a silver moon. The wind hums a quiet tune, rustling through the empty streets. Inside a dimly lit room, Zoya sits by the window, lost in thought. Narrator. Fate does not shout. It whispers, gently, silently, yet powerfully. Sometimes we hear it and obey. Sometimes we ignore it and suffer. And sometimes it speaks too late. Zoya's fingers tighten around an old letter. A single tear escapes her eye. She reads the words over and over as if searching for the past, a love unspoken. A flashback, a quiet cafe 2 years ago. Zoya and Arham sit together. There is warmth between them, but also hesitation. Arham, softly, do you ever wonder if we are meant to be, or if this is just an illusion? Zoya, smiling but unsure. I don't believe in fate, Arham. I believe in choices. We create our own paths. Arham, looking down. Then why do I feel like no matter what we choose, we will lose? Silence, their hands almost touch, but Zoya pulls away. The moment fades, lost to time. Scene 3. Reality strikes. Back to the present. Zoya is sitting in a lavish living room, facing her parents. Her father's voice is stern, his decision final. Father, the wedding is in 2 weeks. You will not shame this family. Zoya's heart pounds. Her mother sits quietly, unwilling to meet her eyes. She feels trapped, suffocated. Narrator. She once believed she could shape her own destiny, but destiny had already made its choice. She clutches the letter tighter. The ink is faded, but the words still burn her soul. A desperate meeting. A dark street at night. Arham stands under a flickering streetlight. He looks up as Zoya approaches. The pain in his eyes mirrors her own. Zoya whispers, I can't fight them. Arham lets out a breath as if he knew this was coming. He looks at her for a long time, then nods. Arham, then this is our fate. A love that was never meant to be. A pause, a long painful silence, the kind that says more than words ever could. Zoya, teary-eyed, I thought we wrote our own destiny. Arham, smiling bitterly, maybe we only pretend we do. Zoya looks away. Her hands tremble. She wants to stay, but she knows she won't. She turns, walking away into the darkness. Arham doesn't call her back. He watches until she disappears. A grand wedding hall. Zoya sits as a bride, her face hidden behind a golden veil. The voices around her feel distant, muffled. She feels nothing. Narrator. There is a moment just before fate seals your path where the heart begs to be heard, but sometimes it is already too late. The groom arrives. The ceremony begins. Zoya's hands are cold, lifeless. A single gust of wind blows as if fate is whispering one last time. But Zoya no longer listens. Final scene. A whisper in the wind. Arham stands at a train station, a bag over his shoulder. The world moves around him, but he is still. He looks up at the sky as if searching for an answer that will never come. Narrator. Some love stories are not written in ink, but in silence, in moments lost, in whispers unheard. The train departs. Arham closes his eyes. Somewhere, miles away, Zoya does the same. A tear falls, but fate does not weep. It only whispers, softly, and then moves on. Fade to black.